Coming up, COVID cases are climbing faster than ever. Restaurant owners are filing lawsuits, and Groundhog Day is looking a little different this year. All that and more in tonight's episode of RTN News. Hello and welcome to RTN News. I'm Joel Vasquez. Coronavirus is spreading faster than ever before in Pennsylvania. The state reported more than 7,000 new cases last Thursday, beating its previous record for the third day straight. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, Pennsylvania has gone from an average of 2,500 cases to 5,700 cases in just 2 weeks. Officials say hospitals in Camden County are filling up at an alarming rate as cases in South Jersey rise. Philadelphia Health Commissioner Thomas Farley believes the surge of cases will continue into December and peak in January. He says, quote, "These restrictions are temporary, just 6 weeks, but death is permanent," end quote. The state has been enforcing restrictions in order to stop the spread. Philadelphia officials are banning indoor dining and restricting outdoor dining, causing some restaurant workers to speak out. The new set restrictions went into effect last Friday after Philadelphia reported 765 new cases. However, 15 restaurant owners filed a lawsuit last Thursday. They argued that the city's safer-at-home restriction violates their constitutional rights and that they never were notified of the new guidelines. The group's attorney, Brian Fritz, says, quote, "How is it that the city of Philadelphia restaurants are more dangerous than the city of Philadelphia Lowe's or Walmart's or Wawa's?" End quote. The restaurant owners are seeking an emergency injunction to stop the city from enforcing the new restrictions. A 36-year-old man is arrested for the murder of a transgender woman from this summer. According to the Philadelphia police, a Kenton Jones was located and arrested in Los Angeles for the murder of Dominique Remy Fells on November 9th. Fells was murdered on June 7th. Her body was thrown into the Schuylkill River and was found in southwest Philly the next day. Fells' father says, quote, "She was a person who could light up a room even when she was being quiet," end quote. According to police, Jones is waiting extradition back to Philadelphia. Coming up, a Philadelphia man defeats all odds against COVID. We'll be right back.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Hello and welcome back to RTN News. Hello and welcome back to RTN News. I'm Joel Vasquez. Some Eagles players are flying right into quarantine after testing positive for COVID. The team added a total of 4 players to the NFL COVID-19 list. Vinny Curry, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and Corey Clement were the 3 players on the active roster to be added to the list. And receiver Deontay Burnett was added to the practice squad COVID-19 list. The Eagles lost to the Seattle Seahawks yesterday. Groundhog Day joins the long list of events that are going virtual this year. Spectators will have to watch Punxsutawney Phil predict whether or not spring will come early this year from the comfort of their own homes. Organizers say Phil's prediction will be live streamed. Records show that Phil has predicted longer winters more than 100 times since 1887. However, the 2020 forecast called for an early spring. A Philadelphia man beats all odds and recovers from the COVID-19 after spending 63 days on a ventilator. 66-year-old Wilbur Ross was one of the first patients in Philadelphia. 3 months later, he is leaving and hoping his story is a cautionary one. When he left the hospital, he was in a wheelchair, but he has now gotten the strength back to walk again. Wilbur says, quote, "I don't know what it feels like to die, but I know how it feels to live, and it feels good," end quote. Coming up, Sienna Rampula is talking about what's happening on campus. We'll be right back.
I work out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill me.
It's been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me.
I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill me.
I don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me.
I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
Welcome back to RTN News. Now Sienna Rampula brings us Rowan's latest news.
Hello everyone, I'm Sienna Rampula bringing you news from the nest. First off, finals are coming up for Rowan students and the university is planning events to de-stress. These include relaxation December 5th, self-care Sunday December 6th, yoga December 10th and 11th, and a mindfulness Monday on December 21st. You can find all of these on ProfLink and attend them virtually. Regarding the spikes in coronavirus, Rowan decided it was going to do asymptomatic COVID screenings before and after Thanksgiving as a free service to all Rowan students. I touch more on that in a later story, but during the interview, the new COVID vaccine and its distribution was brought into question. Scott Woodside explains that during phase 4, the vaccine would be like a drive-through clinic, similar to what Rowan does for the flu shot. For years, Canavan disease seemed untreatable, but thanks to a breakthrough by Dr. Leone, a treatment is in sight. Dr. Pale Leone, director of the Cell and Gene Therapy Center for the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine, spent her life's work creating a gene therapy that triggers the mutated gene for the production of myelin to produce white matter. Basically, the disease attacks a person's brain, leaving it full of holes. Leone believes that once the gene is triggered, it can stop the progression of the disease, and they are trying to find a clinical trial. They do need some more fundraising to do, but after that, there will be a cure in sight. I'm Sienna Rampula, and that was news from the Nest.
Thank you, Sienna. Coming up, Renee Waters has national news.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to RTN News. Let's head over to national news with Renee.
Thanks, Joelle. Coronavirus cases are rising and states begin to shut down again. As for New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy, after facing wide criticism for residents for tight restrictions, says he won't rule out a possibility of a second shutdown. Cases spiked to more than 200%, with about 1/3 of the state's small businesses have reportedly beginning to close. New Jersey on Saturday of the virus and 24 additional deaths. Murphy says the state needs help from the federal government in order to avoid the worst-case scenario of another full shutdown. Former NASA astronaut Mark Kelly will be sworn in as U.S. Senator. The Navy captain defeats Republican Senator Martha McSally with more than 78,000 votes. His wife, Gabby Gifford, was shot in 2011 and nearly died, is now the leader in the movement against gun violence. After co-fighting Gifford to help prevent gun violence, Kelly focuses his campaign on experience improving gun safety laws and services for veterans and quality health care for Arizonians. As Thanksgiving wraps up and we all get jolly for the most wonderful time of the year, Melania Trump unveils the White House Christmas decorations. Volunteers from around the country work to decorate the White House after Thanksgiving with over 62 Christmas trees, 106 wreaths, 1,200 feet of garland, 3,200 lights, and 17,000 bows. She says the bond that all Americans share is an appreciation for our tradition, values, and history. which were the inspirations behind the decorations this year. Each room represents a story told in history, including a tribute to essential workers. Melania says she wishes everyone a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Renee. Coming up, weather girl Ariana gives us this week's forecast.
Do your part. Mask up, America.
Now we move to Ariana with this week's weather.
Here is your latest forecast for the week. Today is a beautiful day at 45 degrees with a high of 46 and a low of 34. Tomorrow you can expect to see the same weather at 46 degrees, mostly sunny. Thursday, the temperature will go up slightly at 51 degrees. Partly cloudy with a 10% chance of rain. This weekend, bring out your umbrellas because Friday will be 50 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Moving to Saturday, it will be a high of 49 and a low of 35 degrees, with a 60% chance of rain. To end this week's forecast, Sunday will be 45 degrees with a 30% chance of rain. On Monday, bring out your jacket to stay warm. It will be partly cloudy at 45 degrees. That was your latest forecast for the week. I'm Ariana Dunn. Be well and safe and have a good night.
Thank you, Ariana. That's all for this week's episode of RTN News. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm Joel Vasquez. Have a good night.